Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Azorius Leyline Axe. So, we have the Leyline Axe that was introduced in Standard by, Magic Foundation. And I've been trying several decks with it, and to varying success. Honestly, this card is... all Leyline cards are really very difficult to kind of get the power level right. And I think this might be a fixed version of a Leyline card. You do get to play on turn 0 for free. That is kind of broken, but it's not that good of a card in most situations because it's a 4 mana equipment, gives +1/+1, give a creature +1/+1, double strike, and trample with an equipped 3. That cost is way too high. But in this deck, however, we can actually glyph it, so it's allow us to basically have a 3 mana 5/4. 3 mana 5/4. It's pretty good, right? So consistently getting a 3 mana 5/4 with a deck is reasonable. So the idea is we can put it in a glyph deck that allow us to first Warden and Spyglass Siren, and actually Novice Inspector and Spyglass Siren to make artifacts, or Leyline Axe to make artifacts, and hit them with a Zoetic Glyph. On the other side of that, we can also play a Warden, pump the Warden up to the sky with all these extra artifacts that we're making, and then equip the Leyline Axe on the Warden and hit for like 12 or 14 damage. So they're all pretty good. But the trick of this deck is that you need to have tempo. If your opponent have tempo, then you don't really have a chance. So you have to try to get tempo out. And to do that, we have things like Shelter by Ghost to remove our opponent's creatures, or well, any permanent really, and give our creature lifelink and ward too. So that's really important, right? If we have ward, it's very difficult for our opponent to remove our Warden, for example. And then if they have lifelink, then we can gain life out of it and really kind of push that envelope. So let's talk about the whole deck list. In the early game, of course, we have 4 Novice Inspector, 4 Spyglass Siren for the extra artifact, and then we have 4 Warden of the Inner Sky to utilize those extra artifacts, and then we have 4 Mockingbird that can either copy a Warden so that we can have more board presence, or copy Novice or Spyglass Siren so that we can have more extra artifacts to tap to our Warden. Really depends on whether or not we think our opponent is going to remove our first Warden. If they're going to kill our first Warden, then we should Mockingbird a Warden anyways, just so that we have multiple threats on board. If they're not a deck that's likely to remove, let's say that they're a red deck and we already Sheltered by Ghost on our Warden, then we can Mockingbird a Novice or Spyglass Siren and get more artifacts to pump our first Warden out of range of any burn. So that's turn 1. Then turn 2, we have 4 Regal Bunnicorn, all those extra artifacts. Pump the Bunnicorn to the sky, and putting a Shelter on Bunnicorn means so much life gain. And then, of course, Shelter by Ghost, 2 mana, all that good stuff. This is the unfair card in current Standard. This card should be banned, honestly. Like, if they were to ban a card in Standard, it should be this card. This is the card that makes every aggro deck insane to deal with. But, maybe that's just Wizard trying to push aggro. Then we have 4 Zoetic Glyphs, and then 4 Steel Seraph. The Steel Seraph is technically always going to be played as a 3 mana prototype, because we're not going to get to 6 mana and still win. Getting to 6 mana means that we're pretty much lost if we haven't won that turn yet. So, it's 3 mana 3/3 that gives our creatures flying, vigilance, or lifelink. Most likely it's going to be flying for evasion in order to get damage, or lifelink to get life so that we can kind of leverage that trade-off. Most likely not going to be vigilance, but you never know. And then, of course, Leyline Axe. Even though a 4 mana, it's a 0 mana play. And if you ever draw Leyline Axe, just cry, because you don't want Leyline Axe in your hand anywhere outside of opening, because it doesn't do anything, and we can discard. So, yeah, that's kind of the whole idea. Now let's look at the land base. We're very aggressive, of course. So, 24 lands, 4 plains, 4 islands, 4 Adarkar Wastes, 4 Floodfarm Verge, 2 Restless Anchorage, 4 Seachrome Coast. Actually, let me put these dual color lands here. So these dual color lands, and then 2 Restless Anchorage to also attack, and then 2 Fountainport. Don't forget the Restless Anchorage, when it attacks, makes a map token that will pump the Regal Bunnicorn as well. So that's the whole idea of the deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Expropriator. You mean the one that everybody hates? You must be fun at parties. Go second. Hi. Did you know that I'm going second? I mean, why does that text even show up? Like, I don't think there's any other way to play the game, though. I got a Spyglass Siren. I spy with my little eye a mono black deck with a bunch of removal. Deep Cavern Bath. You're gonna take my glyph? don't think taking the glyph was that good of a choice. In all fairness, I don't think so. Well, he's not gonna block. You know that game with the Bunnicorns? Yeah. Is he gonna play anything into the board? He's gonna play a slasher into the board. Okay. He can attack with the slasher with the bloodletter. Ah, okay. Got removal. I'll take half the life. It's not a bloodletter. I get the glyph. Alright, let's see. How do I glyph this? I gotta glyph something, right? Let's glyph one of these maps. I might use the map. I probably won't ever use the clue. Let's glyph the clue. If he has a removal, I kind of just get screwed with the bloodletter. Trapland. Nowhere to run on one of my guy. Yeah. Nowhere to run on another one of my guy. I mean, yes. Does he have a removal? That's fine. Ooh, if I put a plus on this, I just win, right? Didn't seem like there was a removal. If it's a tap land, I lose. Let's do it. Not a tap land. Ahaha! It looks like you have nowhere to run. Alright, our opponent is Amurasaki. Aomurasaki? Hey look, it says opponent goes first. Alright, well we got Siren into Shelter. They have Siren. I'm not sure how good this is. Can I copy a glyph? I've never done this before. Man. This is hard. The two shelters will just fizzle if I try to target the Siren. Does he just have removal? Yeah, this will be a different game if I got to go first. Flip the Drowner. Alright, here comes Kaito. Cut down. Yeah. Alright, all my stuffs are tapped and he has a cut down. That's a very annoying sort of sequence of cards, but it is what it is. Let's glyph, see if he has a removal for the glyph. It is Artifact. Oh, he got a counter spell. Fairy Mastermind? I don't draw. Alright, you want to race? We will race. Wow. Put it in hand. I can glyph again, but not right now. Another Spyglass Siren. There's a removal. So I gotta be careful. Don't think he's gonna block this. Alright, it wasn't much. If I just put a glyph out there, yeah, it's whenever it's put into the graveyard, right? So I might just be able to get another one out anyways. If he counters this, no, it's just a mastermind. I don't draw cards, so the mastermind, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world for me. Let's see if he's gonna do anything else. He just maps? If he just maps, I'm fine with it. Alright, free draw. One mana draw card is pretty good, even if that card is not a very good draw. Alright, he's not getting pumps, so. That second free draw is less enticing. Just an attack, huh? I'll just block. So do I shelter here? I think I tried to shelter. Maybe he'll kill my Spyglass Siren in response. No, he didn't do it. That was just the map. Damn it. Whoops. Yeah, not what I thought it would be. Maybe I attack the glyph. Does he have another removal? He didn't. Alright, so it's probably like a instant speed creature. Not attacking with a Siren, because then he can just get it. He gets Fairy Mastermind back. I want to stop that from happening. Drowner, yeah. Can't target me. Ward it. There you go. I still fly. So he needs to pay a lot to kill the glyph. And if he does, I get another glyph, right? So that's good. He's gonna pay 3 to cut down the Spyglass Siren. It's not the end of the world for me. Now let's make... He's got one card left. In case, right? In case. Doesn't seem like there was a counterspell. Let's make it fly. You want to block or you want to take 6? You take 6! That's 6 life I gain. You can try to race, but I think I'm winning this race. Because of the lifelink. Shelter by Ghost is a hell of a card. What is their last card, though? That's the scary thing, right? I don't know what it is. I don't think he's going to attack into a 3-3. So... we'll sack this flying token. That's not a token? Oh, man. Okay. I guess I can't do that either. I'll play this out first. Might be relevant. I might need to draw a card in response. Flying. Does he have a targeted removal? You can turn the Sanctuary into a creature, but I don't think that'll help. Why couldn't I do this? I didn't go into combat. Alright, let's see what he wants. Curiosity doesn't fly. Do we sack this map? Nah, let's keep this map. Could be relevant. Oh, I shouldn't have played the land. Gave a lot of it away. Again, Curiosity doesn't fly. I'll jump. You're not drawing a card on me. GG? Yep, we got him. I was kind of touch and go for a while, but, you know, we still got it. Okay, our opponent is a Cell Infernius. Well, we're gonna have our go at a mono red deck. Hey, look, opponent goes first. You know what's funny? I can't even glyph anything. If they burn my Warden, I can't even shelter. Alright, good. So no Bloxy. We'll just build a big Warden. Another. Another question is, I don't think I sheltered that again, right? So we played a Seraph. They pumped the Ember Heart to the moon if I play a Seraph. I still think I do this. Let's give it Vigilance. Next turn I can play 2/2s. Rider the Meek, yeah. I wasn't planning on blocking this guy. You can deal as much damage, but I have lifelink. What am I saying? You can do as much damage? You can deal as much damage as you want. That's what I meant to say. Like, talking is hard, especially against when you play against mono red. Your IQ drops to their level sometimes. Yeah, you wanna use a burn spell? You wanna use what's that? Monstrous Rage? You wanna fling it at me? No, you don't want to do any of those. Take out the Scamp, right? Or do we take out the Emberheart Challenger? Is the Challenger really that scary? I don't actually think it's that scary. I think we take out the Scamp, because the Scamp can get buffed and then blown at me. Blown at me? What the fuck am I saying? Give it Vigilance. Do we attack with this too? It's not that bad, right? Do I need to attack with this? Yeah, let's do it. Bring him to 11, he dies next turn to the Zoetic Glyph. Even if he somehow kills my Warden. Turn inside out. Doesn't have trample. Felonious Rage. Still doesn't have trample. If he gives it trample, then he can't, what's it called? Huh, it's kind of tricky, huh? Well, if my Warden dies, I'm pretty sure he wants to fling it at me, right? If my Warden dies, he gets this 2/2 back, and this becomes a 4. Then makes it a 5, and this is 5, so it's not lethal. 1 damage off, huh? That's annoying. You can fling if you want. Yep. He does fling. And it manifests. It's a lot, huh? It is a lot. Make this a 5/4, right? I guess we just do that. It's better than nothing. We'll give this Vigilance. Hold on a second. Vigilance, Lifelink 5/4, or Flying 5/4. So I don't want the Bunnicorn to die, do I? He gets a Scamp back, but he has to block with everything. He blocks with 2 things. We trade. He gets a Scamp back, I gain 5 life. Yeah, let's put a Vigilance on him. The glyph is important. Otherwise I die, right? It's a Scamp anyways, alright. Scandalous. Already? That's a little soon. He didn't even attack. Okay, haha, red. Yeah, I was thinking way too much against red decks. Alright, our opponent is Fezlock. Huh. Wonder what that means. Alright, there's no more we go first. Opponent goes first. So far we went first out of 7 games. Seems like a fair rate, right? At least it happens. But now, that no longer is happening. That no longer is happening. Seachrome Coast. I mean, yeah, obviously. We'll play a Warden. We can actually buff the Warden next turn. That's important. Valley Quest Call. Okay, now that is scary. Do we mock the Spyglass Siren? Do we mock the Warden? Oh boy. Another Warden? Fine, backup Warden. Not playing a Warden next turn anyway, so. Yep. I guess I am playing a Warden this turn. Bunnicorn, pretty good. See how many shelter he has. Burrowgar Mentor. He gets a Scribe. And hit me for the 3rd. Oh man, he kept it top. It's probably a land though, to be fair. Right? It's probably a land. Okay, so we make this. Make that big. First, let's scry, see what we can get. Well, that's a good card to have. So that means we're going to equip here, right? It's a 5/6. Oh, we have Vigilance. Oh, great. Sanctifier? I mean, if that's the card you kept at top, you're gonna need a better card. Still to top. Do we even Bunnicorn? I guess we Bunnicorn. How can he attack through a 5/6? He can't. Maybe it's a protection spell? I mean, even if it's a protection spell, right? This still gives us ward. GG. Oh man, that was big. This is a big double strike. I think I can kill him this turn. GG. Alright. My opponent is Yukazima. Isn't Zima the alcohol thing? Leyline Axe? Alright, this is gonna be weird, but okay. Start with a Warden. Don't actually have a third land here. Fountainport can't play anything, which is... Oh, okay. Never mind. So... let's drop this first. Is there interactions? Didn't feel like there was interactions. Anchorage. I mean, I'm dropping a Fountainport next turn anyways. I don't need another land. Two mana? 2 mana, nothing. Bunnicorn? I like a Bunnicorn. It's pretty hard to interact with the Bunnicorn here. What am I using? This one, right? It's hard for him to remove a 2/3, but I guess he can Lightning Helix right now. There it is. Play Forge, Screaming Nemesis. But that's not a very good card against my deck because of what I'm gonna do next. Another land, it's not great. No, I'll probably keep it though. Alright, 4 lands with the Fountainport will be useful. And I'm not really doing much of anything here. If he wants to race, I'll race him. Racing with Life Gain is just unfair. And I have a Leyline Axe, which makes it so it's even more unfair. He needs to get rid of the Warden this turn with something. Slick Shot doesn't do it. Unless he shelters my shelter. I guess he could do that. Don't know if that's good play though. I'm just going for the attack. not attacking with a Nemesis, but all my cards fly. I don't think that was the right choice either. Get that extra damage in. I don't want another land. So you have another shelter. Sometimes the opponent has all the good cards, and I draw all the lands. That does happen very often. Monster's Rage. Okay, let's see if he understands what First Strike is. I guess he doesn't. Maybe he has Frenzy? That's the card, right? 90 Helix my face. Okay. I don't think he understands what First Strike is. Good game. You Kazima, how about you go back and read about cards first? Alright, our opponent is Mike Verrin. Mike Verrin goes first. I mean, not surprised. Leyline Axe into a Warden. Good enough. Black Mana, Landwar Elf. I don't like where this is going. Can I draw another land that's not a Fountainport, though? If I do, I might be able to get there. He's probably just gonna... Oh, okay. There's not really anything for him to take that's that important, I would think. Maybe he takes the Bunnicorn? Alright. It's literally the last... I have two of those! Dude. Look at that opener, man. Alright, what do we do here? Play on curve. Play the Inspector. Don't know. I mean, Landwar up turn 1, Landwar up turn 2, opponent goes first. Like, what kind of game are we playing here? Unholy Annex? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, actually, he's gonna hurt himself. Maybe I can sneak a lethal because of that. Do get another land. Is that good? Let's just go. You want to jump? I don't have blue, so that definitely hurts my cause. Galissa. Alright, that means I can't even attack with a Bunnicorn anymore. I have to fly through. Please. Island. Thank you. Okay. What do we copy here? I mean, I don't have to copy, right? Put the Spyglass Siren out. Tap 1, 2. Probably 3 like this. I don't need that land. I have enough lands. I can equip on a Bunnicorn if he Galissa blocks. Yeah, if he Galissa blocks, we trade. He has to Galissa block, right? If he doesn't Galissa block, he takes like 14. So that means it's safe to attack with a Novice Inspector. Double strike biatch. Right, we don't get that double strike, but we get to deal the damage and kill the Galissa. And bring him down to 6. Mockingbird his hand. It's kind of funny. He's gonna kill the Warden. Yeah, 2 mana to kill the Warden. Oh, never mind. He's gonna take my Mockingbird. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. He attacks. Dude. When it's the important times, it's gonna flood. That's what I notice about this deck. Oh, really any deck I play. Glyph is reasonable. Wait, is that lethal? I am still flooding, but it might be lethal. Alright, gains 1. Yeah, we got him. We got there anyways. That was such a BS hand. Look at this flood. But we still got there. Because I'm that good of a player. Yay. Alright, our opponent is MC1. I'm MCU. Hey, we're gonna go first. This is such a bad hand. Oh my god. Alright, whatever. I already got to go first. What's the worst that can happen, right? We're not even gonna worry about double striking with the axe. They're just gonna get glyphed. Let's go. Can I please draw a turn 2 play? If we draw a turn 2 play, this is an amazing hand. If we don't, I'm just gonna cry. Probably a land. Oh! Oh wow. What are the odds? I'm not even gonna use that. I'm not even gonna use that map. Yeah. There's 2 of them. Take 1. Take 1 and pass it down. Okay. It's just okay. We see it. Yep. We're gonna do kill my 5/4. More where that come from? He's gonna play a slasher. It's probably slasher time, right? Maybe he's trying to hold up a remove. Oh no, slasher. If he plays a slasher, that just means I should put a double strike on this. Because it's going to take so much damage. There's 12 damage. Takes 12 damage. Maybe he wants the Bloodletter, but Bloodletter means that I just chump. Right? Then he dies. Like, what's the plan here? He has to kill both of these. Do I even block? 4 mana is not enough for Rush of Dread, right? Rush of Dread is 5 mana. I don't even block. You got whatever it is you want to play. Yeah? You're a 4. He probably wants to remove the glyph while I'm attacking. Second slasher? But how do you stop this? I'm confused. It's a 1 mana card to remove the glyph? Yeah, I'm not sure how he does remove the glyph. I'm first strike, so... Well, it's double strike. First your slashers die, and then you take... Okay. Goodbye! That was a game that we had. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all of those crazy Azorius Axe battles, how do you like this deck? I I want to say I like this deck, but it does come with a caveat. A lot of the games I played, I was, on the draw, not on the play, which made this deck feel worse. That is an experience you will have in Arena if you know what you're doing and you don't play mono red every game, because, those are the decks that gets to go first. Instead, you have to figure out how to go second and still win. There are a few things that I do want to adjust with this deck. 24 lands, too many. I want to go down from 24 to 22 lands. So maybe I'm just going to cut a plane and cut an island. Maybe. Right? I'm not sure what to cut here, but I do want to go down to 22 lands. And a few times, I was stuck on a Fountainport, and I did not like that. So maybe I just cut the Fountainport. I'm not sure, but I do want to go down to 22, perhaps even 21 lands. Now, 21 lands is crazy, right? So 21 lands is way too aggressive, but it might work, so I'm not sure yet. But there are other cards I want to cut, namely the Steel Seraph. It's a great card, don't get me wrong. I don't want to cut all 4 of it, but I do want to go down to maybe 2 Steel Seraphs. I think this might be too many Steel Seraphs. And what I've noticed in so many games is that we really need our creature on board. If our creature gets dealt with, we're dealt with. So we have to get some sustainability on our creatures. So what we're going to need is Hexproof Goodness. So what are we going to put in there? Hexproof Goodness, I think the best card is still Shard Mage Rescue. Now, of course, Shelter by Ghost Shard Mage Rescue, it's a very, very common combo and everybody knows. And I think that is what we want to have here. But there are other things that we can also think about. Lauren's Escape, it's good. It's okay, right? It gives a hexproof and indestructible and scry 1, and that scry might help a lot in this kind of aggressive deck. It's definitely not something to shriek at. And then Shore Up is also pretty good. It gives a +1/+1 and then hexproof, and we also untap, which means that we can catch our opponent off guard in like a block. But more importantly, right, that +1/+1 on a double striking Leyline Axe, or equipped with Leyline Axe. Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage as well. Now, the last thing that I also thought about was Skrelv. Skrelv is, the classic aggro white deck that always runs some that we can protect and then get through with damage. And what's great about Skrelv is that, well, it's going to ping us, or Phyrexian Mana is going to deal 2 damage to us, but a Shelter by Ghost can help us gain our life back. So that might be something as well. So one of those, we can take out the Loran, right? So one of those 3, Shard Mage Rescue, Skrelv, or Shore Up should come in instead of the Steel Seraph to make this deck a lot better. I haven't figured out which one it is yet, but, that's for the next rendition of this deck, which I will definitely bring back. I do think this is a very, very strong deck out there. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.